The Yankees captain walked into the night last October, carrying the weight of a World Series loss that will never fully fade. The mistakes, 3 errors, a dropped fly ball, a miscue at first base, stung. A long winter loomed. But as the rhythms of spring training take hold, the pain begins to soften. Aaron Judge's return to the field felt like a fresh start. The game has always been about resilience, learning from failure, and moving forward. You lose out on a World Series, you gotta learn from it, move on to the next thing, he said. That's baseball. That's sports. Losses, no matter how painful, don't define players. The relationships do. Judge's love for the game started as a toddler, disappearing into the crowd on his brother's Little League opening day. His parents, honored at the Little League World Series, embodied the spirit of youth sports, where wins and losses matter less than the bonds formed. Even after the crushing World Series loss, Judge's first thoughts weren't about the errors, but the time spent with his teammates. The offseason didn't last long when they checked in on each other. No matter the roster changes, the connection remains. A simple text, a shared meal, or a familiar face can heal even the deepest wounds. Some mistakes live on in infamy, like Bill Buckner's misplay in the 1986 World Series. He spent years haunted by it, forced to move across the country to escape the ridicule. But errors are part of the game, part of life. Gerrit Cole knew that when he failed to cover first base in the Yankees' fateful 5th inning last fall. It wasn't for a lack of effort, he admitted. It was just a mistake. Children make those same mistakes on Little League fields every day. The difference is how they process them. Do we dwell on the error or focus on what comes next? The best coaches don't just say, "Don't swing at that pitch in the dirt." They teach how to adjust and how to improve. Growth comes from understanding, not fear of failure. Judge enters this season with a new motivation, his newborn daughter, Nora. "I don't want her to think her dad's getting old," he joked. But there's truth in his words. He wants to be better. He wants to win. And if critics have anything to say, his answer is simple. They won. If you don't like it, play better. Greg Olson, a former Pro Bowl tight end, believes sports are only a failure if you don't do everything possible to succeed. The outcome isn't always in our control, but the effort is. Every season, every game, every moment offers another chance. And when one ends, no matter how heartbreaking, another always begins.